Here we go, look at this.
The closing moments of the Armageddon game, you know, hands are flying, pieces are just chaotically placed across the board, and wow, this is unbelievable stuff.
It is, and that is just so exciting to see. I mean, obviously, who knows what's going on at the end there, but we want excitement, and we've got it.
Yes.
Let's now have a look at the bracket, shall we?
Yeah, let's have a look at how it all goes up, because, oh, well, here it is, the brackets.
And you can see we have a couple of people here already through. We're looking at the lower section today, and we're going to be concentrating on that part. So this is the Armageddon Championship Series 2023.
It certainly is. It is the ultimate chess showdown of the year. 4 qualifying events: Americas, Asia and Oceania, women's event, Europe and Africa, and 2 players from each continent have qualified online, while 6 of the strongest players from each continent get invitations.
The finest minds in the game will compete fiercely for a chance to enter the grand final and win the Armageddon Championships title. All events are broadcast live from Berlin's World Chess Club on Unter den Linden.
And we are kicking off with the America Series. During this week, these top players from the American continents are going to show us how it's done. And just take a look at that lineup. It is unbelievable. And talking about unbelievable things, we also have an unbelievable place to play chess. The FIDE online arena hosts rated tournaments and games 24 hours per day. Join the arena, you'll get a FIDE ID, a profile on FIDE.com, and access to pro chess community, as well as access to prize money tournaments. So play official games at chessarena.com.
And just before the games start, we'll have one final look at the bracket, just so you guys at home know where people stand and where people are and who's in and who's out. So today we're concentrating on the lower bracket. So the very exciting thing about this is that we're going to have people go home. I suppose that's exciting. It's a bit cruel as well, but the losers of these matches are out of the competition. So there's a lot of pressure in the games today, isn't there, Ivanka?
There certainly is. It is survive or die time, and the players do play 2 blitz games against each other. And in case they're tied, they go on to an Armageddon game. White will have 5 minutes on the clock, black will have 4 minutes on the clock, but white will need to win in order to go through to the next stage. It is cruel, but it is entertaining.
So it's day 3, and you can see the pair-ups here. We have Sam Shankland versus Eric Hansen, and Ray Robson versus Leinier Dominguez. So this is stage 2 of our double elimination format. All the chips are in the middle. And well, I think we should have a look a bit deeper at these pair-ups.
Yeah, and our first match of the day is between Sam Shankland and Eric Hansen. You have to remember, Eric Hansen lost a very hectic Armageddon game to Renate Terry, whilst Wesley got the better of Sam Shankland during day 1. And they're both from the same generation, and they fight to the bitter end. 4 decisive games between them.
And we can have a deeper look just at these individual players. Let's start with Sam Shankland. He's only 31 years old. He became a grandmaster at the tender age of 20. His blitz rating is 26.38, and he has been part of the Olympic gold winning US of A team. But maybe most interesting, Sam has been on a reality TV show, Survivor, and he has to survive against Eric today.
Yeah, he will need to use all his skills, because he is up against Eric Hansen, a man that really does need no introduction. He's a pioneer chess streamer, and he likes trance music, and also a big fan of hyper bullet games. But don't be fooled, he is a top-rated grandmaster from Canada who's played for his country many, many times. He's got a lot of experience, and he also has a big nickname, Big Chief.
Big Chief, that's right. Eric is known as Big Chief. We can see the countdown now to the game. So it's going to start very, very shortly. It's going to be exciting. And Eric has the black pieces in this game. Slight advantage to Sam. Get your bets in now. Who are you rooting for? Are you rooting for the survivor or the Big Chief there? And we will now go over to the players and see if we can see any tension in their faces there.
Oh, they look like they're in full focus mode. You know, you can just feel the anticipation in the air. The lights are blue. The players are just getting ready to just play chess in this wonderful atmosphere. 30 seconds.
Hello, Amrita. How are you?
Oh, I am great, and it's 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. What's gonna begin, Sagar?
Yeah, they're going to start off, and the game has begun. Let's put the board here because this is an interesting place to follow the games.
It's a very new setup which we have here.
Yeah, I think we are also blocking the board, so let's get a little smaller. You know, Amrita, this is a very interesting format because they just don't have time to think or anything of that sort. It's a very, very quick format.
Okay, so what's happening? Which opening right now? We also, that means do not have time. If they don't, then we don't.
Yeah, let's go here. So they have played d4 by Sam Shankland, and then we have some kind of a very interesting bishop on b5.
Oh, how did it reach there? That's a great question.
Yeah, we'll try to look at the games later.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
So we are not gonna have a leeches board here.
no, not
Got
now.
it. Got it.
So right now he's played his knight to c3, attacking the bishop. And the thing is, Amrita, they play only 2 games of 3+2.
Mm-hmm.
And if it is 1-1, they go into the Armageddon. So what interests me a lot is how exciting can this get for the viewers, you know, like
Because they also have the heart rate.
yes.
Nice. This should be very exciting actually, if it is Armageddon.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, very much so. And also right now white is slightly better, has 2 minutes 51 seconds plus a nice position. And Sam Shankland goes rook e1. I think he wanted to play e3. That's
Or
the reason.
e4.
No, I don't think e4 is that good, but maybe yes. Oh, did he play it? Did he play your move? Oh, he played it.
Oh, yeah. He wants
Amrita.
to open the position.
Wow. Amrita so strong. C6.
Rook e1 ka, there were only 2 ideas.
Now,
No, e3
now
or
e5.
e4.
Amrita, let's push e5. Or
Completely
maybe we can go rook
agree.
c1.
You want to maintain the tension, but there is no tension.
Yeah, by the way, Mukul Manghani says chess helping him in IIM interviews. Wow, Mukul, how?
Oh,
How
yes,
exactly?
exactly. By the way, we have Khalil Pasha as the backer of Indian chess, a new member. Thank you so much, Khalil.
Khalil. Oh, bishop
Oh yeah, he did
b4.
play rook c1, Sagar.
Yes, but
As you mentioned.
I like this move bishop b4
A3?
because
Okay.
now you take on c3 and e4 is hanging. And if you play e5, I'll still take on c3 and then play my knight to e4. He did play e5. He pushed the pawn, but now bishop takes c3, bishop takes c3, knight e4.
Maybe then he should have played e5 earlier. But let's not forget the dark square bishop is coming out of the pawn chain to b4.
Oh, he went knight
take the
e8,
knight.
but then what's the point?
Yes, a3. That's
Why
a
did
perfect move.
why did he not take on c3?
Sagar, what do you think about that c6 pawn?
Very weak, very weak. And look at how Sam Shankland has got it completely under control with b4, and now the c6 pawn is terribly weak. And what did he do? Knight b6. But knight d2. Idea is knight b3, Amrita. Knight b3, put the knight on a5, attack c6.
But will black not try to move the bishop from a6 and then go a5?
Yeah, maybe.
Or knight b3 stops the plan forever?
Yeah, something should be done for sure.
Narendra Khandekar says, Sam, my favorite. Oh, kya baat hai.
Wow.
That's nice.
By the way, Amrita, now we have
The board,
position. Yeah.
Okay, that's happened. He did go for a5, Sagar.
Yeah, he did play a5, but actually the board is a little bit ahead of this, so we will use it to analyze later.
Got it. But Indian, maybe people.
No, there is a bar. So white is slightly better here. But we know a5 is going to be played. a5. And now knight to c5. But already black seems to have sort of regained.
Let's not forget 40 seconds more for Sam.
Shashwat Parida, happy Holi. Hello, Sri Ram Chakradev, welcome. Did he play knight c5, Amruta? No, he did not.
He played bishop c3. He defended the b4 pawn.
Okay.
What's Eric going to do now?
I think
Bishop
Eric is
g5.
planning
f4.
to go rook b8. His point is if you play b takes a5, then he would go bishop b3, attacking the queen and the
Wow.
knight.
That's a nice.
So rook b8 was his plan, but he's down to 40 seconds. He takes on b4. By the way, whoever loses this is out of the tournament.
Hey, now maybe he'll go rook b8.
Yeah, he did that.
Okay.
Absolutely right.
But rook b1.
Knight to c5. Shall we take the knight? No, knight c7. He's playing on the light squares.
Oh no, he wants to go knight a6 soon. After bishop takes c5 maybe.
No, not knight a6, the knight b5.
Mhm.
He does it.
Generally, black gets f6 break tries, but here it is like impossible. So,
Oh, he was going to play queen b6 and blunder with knight
Huh.
d7. He would have lost an exchange.
Ah.
But he saw it just in time, went queen c8.
Sorry, 1 minute more for Sam. That is a huge difference. Rooks are getting exchanged now.
Queen c8.
But the
Oh,
b5
f4. That's a
Huh?
nice move by white. Now he wants to play f5.
Isn't it weakening the king?
No, Amruta.
Okay.
There is not much space. Now let's go. You can't play f5 directly because then you lose the pawn. But I think Sam will just put his rook back to f1.
Oops.
Yeah, the board is gone. Now knight c7. I love this view, Amruta.
Oh, yeah, you can see the clock so clearly.
Yes.
11 seconds.
Just 13 seconds for Eric. But Eric is known for his blitz and bullet chess. Knight a6. He wants to capture on c5 with the knight. Will Sam go h5 to create more weaknesses with h6 in the position of black king? But I think he'll go h6. Eric will go h6. That's a no-brainer. No, he first takes on c5, dc, and now
Nice.
plays h6.
Can you not go g4?
g4, g4, g5. He goes bishop d4. First kills it. I think white is clearly better here, Amruta. Has so much space. Queen b7. There's no threat as such. Let's go g4. g4 has to be played. No, he goes bishop f3. What is his plan?
Yeah, bishop
Bishop
c7
c7.
makes sense. Rook b8 might be his threat now.
But 45 seconds for Sam with a great position.
Actually, that bishop on c7, like, it's kind of gone, no? It has nothing to do. Why Sam is so nervous right now?
Yeah,
Look at Eric. He has 8 seconds, but he looks very confident, as you
Yeah.
mentioned.
Yeah, Eric is very good at.
Rook a3. What's the idea? Achha, rook 8.
I think both players are not really keen on playing this idea of g4, g5. Queen a6. But this will end in a draw,
Yeah,
perhaps.
the queens
Now
get
it's
exchanged.
Oh, but Sam is saying I have extra space and maybe it's not such an easy draw, Amruta. Because this is not an easy position to defend for black. Because once g5 comes in, either you will create a weakness on h6 or you will give a passer.
So with 20 seconds, they are gonna play one of the most elegant endgames, maybe. What? Light square bishop exchange?
Yeah.
Which is
What?
supposed to be a
Oh,
good...
take it. Take on b5, and then you have a passer, and then you have also ideas of g5. Now he'll play this bishop to e3. Oh, he played f5 first. Bishop h4. This is going to be lost, Amruta.
Yeah, f5, what is the
With
threat? Later f6, yeah? Bishop e3 and f6 or
Yeah,
something?
yeah, something like that. First he goes bishop c3 to stop bishop
Maybe he
e1.
should go bishop d4 again. With the
But
idea
the
of
pawn
bishop
endgame
e3.
should be drawn after bishop d2, no? Or not really, not
No,
really.
g5
Now
takes
bishop
f6.
d2.
No, how will it
Now
be
bishop
drawn?
d2 takes. Oh, first he goes f6. Take. Now
Oh,
his
but
idea
pawn
is to
endgame
play.
is always
No, now
winning
bishop
now.
d2. Now bishop d2.
Isn't it over after bishop d2?
Yeah, over. Takes on f6. Take on h6. e5. g5.
Yeah, this is just over. G6.
Let's see whose pawns are faster.
No way. 2 seconds with
G6.
Eric. No, he cannot stop this.
Take. Now D4, yeah. G7, he has to take. First, he can give. What he
He
resigned.
resigned. No, it was too much.
Nice game by Sam, huh? By the way,
Hmm.
very nicely played. Amruta, very good to have you in the commentary box.
Yeah, but this one is really not so easy because the angle for me, like, the perspective is very different.
Let's have our commentators back. Simon Williams and Jovanka.
You've got to retain your composure. I mean, unbelievable endgame.
That's right. We can have a look at some of the highlights here. And this is where Sam first started moving in the center. And actually his winning strategy throughout the game was pushing his pawns slowly but safely up the board to harass Eric there. And that was something that in the ending gave him a big advantage. Another moment here, Jovanka.
Oh, we saw the hand check there where Eric actually almost blundered away material, putting his queen on the wrong spot. But he caught himself just in time.
That's right, and Eric now, he must bounce back if he's going to stay in this competition. He needs to win with the white pieces, and then we get Armageddon. And this was the final moments of the game where Sam did this quite risky idea, but it really paid off because now a beautiful maneuver, and you saw that he won the pawn on the side of the board there, which won the game.
Yeah, nice technique from Sam Shankland. And here are the closing moments when the G pawn is just going to steamroller through to its destination. And Eric resigns as he's going to lose his bishop.
Yeah, tense stuff. It looked just like that game. It was a little bit tough for Eric the whole way, but he's got a chance now to bounce back. The countdown has started for the next game. In 50 seconds, Eric gets the white pieces and he's just got to go full steam ahead and try to get revenge to take it into Armageddon. Will he get his revenge, Jovanka?
Well, he has to take inspiration from what happened in his match against Renato Terri there. Eric started with a win, but then Renato Terri came back. If he draws on those emotions, I think he can do it. Eric is a very strong player. He has the white pieces. Anything can happen.
It can. 20 seconds before the game kicks off in our beautiful studio there. And where Eric now, at least he knows it's all in.
Let's go.
It's an all-in situation. He's got to win. If he doesn't win, he's going home.
Claim chess as
probably
hobby
not home. He
and
might
interview all
spend a bit of
questions then revolve around Olympiad Magnus Opasa. Maybe the interviewer was also a chess fan. And the game is beginning.
Now,
E4, yes,
Eric
Sicilian.
has to win. Eric has to win.
Sicilian Dragon.
Yes.
No, please
No,
not
he'll play
Roggelino.
knight off.
Thank God. Open Sicilian we are getting to see. I'm so happy about it.
Oh, he played classical.
Yeah. Is he going to play Rouser? Yes, of
Yes.
course.
E6. Rouser is bishop G5.
F3. Queen D2 first. Okay. Because there's F4 line also. So E6. Long castle, bishop D7. I can't see.
You can.
Oh, this is knight D4, queen D4, H4. This is the main line of Rouser which is happening on the board. B5.
But this and then just what?
Okay. So black is still not castled.
Kunal Gupta says, hello, first of all, happy Women's Day, ma'am. मैंने just entry किया tournament के लिए. अरे,
अरे,
congrats,
super.
Kunal.
What was the last move again right now?
I think he played
Queen C7.
Queen
Yeah.
C7. Yeah.
नहीं, but King B1 हुआ I think.
King
उसको.
B1, Queen C7, and now White is thinking. White to play.
अच्छा,
And
हाँ.
Eric is taking so much time.
Oh, he plays G4. Because black is not committed to castle yet. Maybe that's why he's thinking. Look at
Yeah.
their heart rates, 108. So, exactly, when is Sam going to castle? Or is he not going to castle ever? I think he's gonna keep the king in the center. You cannot take advantage of it. Oh no, he castled. Right now, he castled. Then the plan is clear, right? You move your bishop back. You play g5, h5, g5.
Yeah.
Bishop e3 should be typical. I guess.
But do you like this position for white or black?
I generally like it for white.
I think the main idea for white is to remove his bishop and then push his kingside pawns. But you can see that now both players have calmed down so much. Shankland's heart rate is only 105, Eric is 113.
Why is Eric thinking so much, you think?
Actually, he goes bishop e3.
Yes, that's what we are talking about. Bishop
Yeah.
e3. After castle, it's a clear-cut plan. Now you want to go h5 and then
h5
g5.
and g5 and g6.
Yeah, maybe because g5, knight h5, and then there is bishop e2, f4, which may not be too fast. Oh, so he first goes b4, kicks away the knight.
Yeah.
That's nice to have the leeches board there.
b4. And now, Amrita, where do you go? Knight e2 can be one
Yeah,
idea.
knight e2
But
because
if you
it's
take this pawn, he
too
wants
risky.
to go maybe d5, but then the bishop is hanging. Actually, you
Oops.
can take.
No, but it's just like
Open up,
intuition wise,
yeah.
it's not safe at all. So
Correct.
you won't even think of it. Knight e2 and later knight c1 also stays.
So he goes back.
Because he
queen
wants
d2.
to go knight f4 maybe.
Knight f4.
Maybe. And e5 was a problem earlier. But I'm
a5
not
played by Sam.
Okay, now g5 you want to go or h5? Oh,
Yeah,
he
g5.
went g5.
Knight
I think the
h5.
knight on h5 is going to be kind of in some way trapped, not in a way
Bishop
where he
h3,
loses it.
Amrita.
Yes.
a4.
Bishop g4. Who is faster?
I think
Because
why?
g6 is so ugly.
Yeah, but you have to play, otherwise you'll lose a piece. He
Yeah,
plays g6.
Force.
Takes.
Oh,
and
that
now
h5
knight
is a
g3, knight
super
h5.
weakness.
You can go with your knight here and knight here.
Do you want to go now or you want to first play b3?
By the way,
Or-
look at the time of Shankland. 2 minutes, 5
Oh,
seconds.
Crazy.
Wow. Shankland is playing so fast. And by the way, heart rates are almost the same.
He plays.
No, he is still thinking.
No, he played.
Oh, he played rook c1.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he didn't go for knight g3, knight f4. Now queen b7, knight f4. Because for black, it's not easy to play this position. Practically for sure.
Yeah.
Zero doubt.
I think Shankland, if he loses this, then we will have an Armageddon. Because it will be 1-1.
Okay. So then we are going for an Armageddon, I think. This is hard.
Queen b7 played, knight f4. And now b3, pawn push, pawn takes,
Oh.
pawn takes,
a3.
a3,
No,
closing the file.
Oh,
But
rook
oh,
Any
what
tactic
a
we
move.
missed?
No, it's just like if you take, queen takes. I think he just sacrificed with maybe d5. He wants to activate his pieces.
Bishop a3, d5 and bishop a3.
Wow.
No, rook a3 is also happening. Rook c2, bc2, queen c2, rook a3.
But why is he not taking? He played queen d3. What a nice move by Eric. Now the rook doubles. Now the knight takes on h5. What a game.
Now the threat is queen d4 and queen g7 mate.
That's a mate.
He has e5, of course. Queen b5.
Queen
Sam
b5.
is challenging. That's
Sam
a
is
good
saying-
one because he has more time.
Yeah, and also he needs just a draw.
No, but Eric is not going to take. But Eric, come on, you have 15, 13 seconds.
Play fast.
No,
He
you
goes rook
cannot.
d1.
You cannot play so slow. Also, I think now queen d3
But
should
he's
be
pawn
just
up. He's pawn up. He's pawn up. So I think Sam.
Oh, but rook on c2 now is a great compensation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Queen d3, rook d3, bishop a4. How do you like that?
Sorry.
Queen d3, rook d3, bishop a4.
Bishop a4. But I'm just pawn up, Amrita. That doesn't. I don't like that. I think.
You are not worrying about the rook on c2.
Yeah.
Surprising.
Let's see what Sam Shankland comes up with. He's thinking for his move yet. He's not played it. He's down to 45 seconds. But it's interesting how Eric always has lesser time than Sam.
Yes.
Go, 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 go. E5 played. But that's a mistake. That's a big mistake.
Why?
Well, because knight f6 check, and yeah, he does it. Checks. Take. Pawn takes. And
Okay,
now
maybe now white won't exchange the queens or what?
actually he should exchange the queens. But now d6 is a tremendous weakness.
Oh, queen d6 is threatened. So
He
rook
goes king
c6.
h8.
But
But now
queen
bishop
d6.
h6. Okay, he goes...
Why did you not take on d6?
No, Amruta, if you take on d6, then after queen e2, there is trouble on b2.
Ah, got it.
So that's why he played rook at g1,
Okay.
h5.
They have had
And now
moves.
queen takes d6. It's over. Game is over.
Huh?
Because so many pieces are hanging. He
I
goes
think you
queen
need to
e2.
play the moves and go
Bishop
to the live
d2.
board.
Oh, he
Quickly.
missed it. Queen e5 was winning Amruta by defending this. But he plays bishop d2. Bishop e6. And now queen
blunder!
b4. Queen takes f3. What is happening? Black was just winning completely. Queen e2. Rook e1. And now who's going to win? I think black is winning now. But how to finish it off? Rook takes c3. Oh, he finds it. He finds that move. b2 is coming in
2
next.
seconds for Eric.
Queen c2 forced mate. And
Ah,
Sam
this
Shankland
nice.
wins. Wow. Wow, look at Shankland. He's so
Yeah.
thrilled and so exhausted by just playing 2 blitz games. You know, Amruta, it was so amazing because
Yeah, towards
h5,
the end, what happened? Like
queen
last few
d6.
moves.
You can see Shankland there talking about this. Queen d6, queen e2. He should have taken on e5 and he's totally winning because queen h5 is a mate.
Oh,
And b2 is defended,
that
but he
is
plays
what I mean.
bd2, bishop e6, now
Still
again
same
queen
queen
e5,
e5.
but he goes queen b4, and now queen f3 ke jagah queen d3 was very strong, but in the end, I mean, this move came, and then this was over.
Okay.
Let's go back to
Oh
our
my God.
commentators, Simon Williams and Jovanka Huska, who will tell us what happened. They are in Berlin.
Berlin, I guess. So, you know, you better be careful, Berlin. Eric is coming for you. But great news for fans of Sam. Sam's played extremely well in that match.
Yeah, you could actually see the relief in his face when he won that second game. You know, he wants to be here. He wants to be playing. This means a lot to him.
Definitely. And here's some highlights. And this is the first kind of highlight where they're both going towards their opponent's king. And this move from Sam was a key idea because he opens up the rooks to get nearer to the white king. Eric tries to keep it very contained. And that move, what a beautiful move that was, Jovanka, there.
Yeah, it was such a classy move. And what an aggressive game. I mean, both sides, fireworks, wild position, chaos. It's what we want from a match like this. Anything can happen. And here we see when the players are just down to their final seconds, it's just about who can hold their nerve. And Sam just keeps finding those good moves.
Yeah, I mean, it really could have gone either way, but Sam's, if you just look at his rooks, they're a bit nearer to white's king. And when he gets his queen back into the game, look at the black queen. The black queen sneaks its way back in, and I think after the next move, it's the end of the game. There's nothing white can do. And this was a fantastic tactic here that came up, an absolutely stunning finish. And the point of this is, the black queen comes in, and it will be checkmate next move there. So, yeah, very, very interesting. I mean, I do feel for Eric, but Sam, well done. And that means Sam is still in the competition. Eric's out of the competition at the moment. But the way he played was just superb there. The way that Sam won both of those games.
Yeah.
Very, very confident.
Very, very confident, very smooth. Even though they went through a hair-raising journey, it did feel like Sam was in control, finding some really good resources. He looks like he's on form.
Yeah, certainly in that one. I mean, he played some lovely ideas. And I like the way he played so aggressively, because you don't always see Sam go for his opponent's king. But he decided there against quite a tactical player, he was going to go for it. And I think we are going to be having an interview with Eric now. So let's see if we can get that interview up.
Eric, you just lost your match against Sam Shankland, which unfortunately means you're out of this Armageddon Championship Series. Can you share your thoughts on today's match?
Yeah, just the same as usual, I guess. Down to 10 seconds in both games to a minute, and kind of relieved I lost because I've had this issue for a long time and don't really think I should be playing tournaments while I have this like massive time trouble addiction. Like, it's just been really frustrating. Yeah, I mean, I thought if I could control that, I would have a better chance, but you get these sharp positions, you just can't get to 10 seconds. And I even told myself that. That's pretty much all I spent the last few days doing. But it's been a long-term problem. Just because, yeah, it's just the final game, first game, you know, Sam played well in this end game, although I was in time trouble, so already made a big mistake there. And then in the second game, I was doing well, I think, but I had no time. And that's, I just don't know what I'm thinking about sometimes. Like, I'm actually, like, I don't feel really sad. I should be, but it's been a really big issue for me recently, this time trouble.
How do you think you can work on it?
I don't know. I don't know. I spent the last 2 days thinking about it, so usually you just tell yourself to play faster.
Do you play so much online blitz? Do you feel like more practice over the board might help?
I've been playing it over the board at least. That's why I went to Kazakhstan in December, so it's always good to have that practice, but I have that issue online as well. It's a overall problem, because when I look at the chess I played this trip, it wasn't bad, but this is speed chess, and time is just as important as the position. Like, I had 3 good positions in my first match, and today, I don't know, I didn't have as good as a position, but in the final game, probably doing well towards the end. But it's such a short format. There's no time to adjust until the match is over. But it is like, yeah, I would rather play fast and have bad positions than how this finished.
Eric, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us, and we'll hand it back to the studio to Jovanka and Simon.
So we have the winner of that match in the studio. First of all, congratulations, Sam.
Thank you.
How do you think that match went there?
So I think the first game was really clean. I'm sure probably at some point he was holding the end game, but it's definitely difficult for Black, and I felt like I was just sort of like applying pressure the whole time, first with the extra space, then with the better structure, then with the kingside play, and then I prepared the Classical Sicilian for today, which I've also published on Chessable. I did a long repertoire, and I think I actually had the position all the way to Queen B5, like on move 25 or something online, but it's still a bit chaotic in Blitz. If I had known that I was going to get white in game 1 and that I would win game 1, I probably would have chosen something a bit more solid for the game, but because I'm sure at some point I was probably lost. But in Blitz, it's sort of everything swinging wild in a position like that with both kings open and nobody having a clean plan. So yeah, it was interesting. But yeah.
So you came with a plan and you stuck to it. That was your philosophy.
I did, yes. I considered after winning the first game, I had 20 seconds to think, do I want to play something else that I haven't prepared that's much more solid and much less likely to degenerate into something completely wild and ridiculous? And ultimately I chose no. I prepared this, I checked it before the game, I've published my repertoire online about it, and I followed it all the way to like move 25 or something. So I stuck with the plan throughout.
Yeah.
And it worked well, so yeah. Congratulations. And that must be a bit of a relief now that you're still in the competition, and you're excited about the rest of the competition?
Yeah, I think I've been showing pretty good preparation and good form here. I was very upset with myself after this match with Wesley, where I had no problems at all with Black and then should have beaten him in 12 moves and instead lost in 15. So, that was not great, but...
Well, we can have a look at the brackets now, actually, so we can see the situation at the moment. And of course, you're going to be playing the winner of the next match. And we have to ask this question. Okay. You don't have to answer, but it's nice if you do. Who would you rather play, Ray or Leinier?
No, he's playing the loser of Jose or Andrew.
I totally don't care. They're both very similar players, in my opinion, very, very specialized for Rapid and Blitz. So you're looking at players whose overall ratings and rankings in chess are much lower than mine, but they're real specialists in this format, so I'd be playing on their territory. I think against either one, I'd expect my odds to be around 50-50 in this format, and so I don't have a strong preference. I will just show up and try to play my best.
And tomorrow you'll have a free day.
Yeah.
How do you intend to spend that day?
Well, actually, my father is visiting the tournament, so he's been here for a few days, and tomorrow's his last day here. So whatever he'd like, we'll hang out, and then I guess he'll be playing from Friday onward once he's on his way.
Okay.
Brilliant. Well, thank you, Sam. And as I think everyone will agree, that was a very exciting match. We didn't expect the classical Sicilian, but we should have, knowing your great preparation that you put in.
I did publish a repertoire on it.
I know. We should have known that, really.
Yeah.
Well done. And that was a great result.
Congratulations. Laughter at the end, and we have to mention one of our partners. As a technology and digital privacy company, Kaspersky supports the secure advancement of chess in the digital space and its expansion into online tournaments. It's the perfect combination of human excellence and strong technology.
And we are back now to, getting ready for our next exciting match. And this is going to be between Ray Robson and Leinier Dominguez. These are two incredible players. Ray is the youngster, the very talented tactical specialist, while Leinier is an ex-blitz world champion. So I really think this is so hard to call this match.
It is. It's certainly someone who is so tactically sharp against an elite player, who's been at the world's best. And take a look at some of those stats that Ray Robson has accumulated. He's 3 years puzzle battle unbeaten king. He's also a member of the USA team in the 2020 Olympiad. He enjoys playing tennis, and we also found out yesterday from Fiona he actually played ping pong against Dinglerin. Fun fact.
Is he good at little tennis as well? That's what I was wondering there. He's obviously good at big tennis, and here we have Leinier Dominguez. But okay, you can see he plays big tennis. He's a big boy. But let's have a look at Leinier anyway, and we'll move over to him. Leinier now lives in the St. Louis area of America, which is very famous for its chess. And hopefully we'll be able to see the stats of Leinier Dominguez, and we can check out some of his bits and bobs. There we go. We can bring him up now. 39 years old. He was a grandmaster very young, at the age of 18. He's 5-time Cuban champion, so he moved over to American, and there you can see it was 2008 when he became the world blitz champion, which is, of course, an incredible achievement. And the countdown has started.
The countdown has certainly begun, and these two have actually played each other quite a few times. And Dominguez, of course, if we're going to think back to yesterday's games, he actually had an incredible heart rate of over 150. It went through the roof.
Has he got the record so far, Ivanka?
I think he's got the record. No, Wesley So has the record. He got over 170.
Wow.
That was incredible. And of course, Leinier Dominguez actually lost in a heart-melting game against Andrew Tang when it went down to the final seconds. And there, the two players are in deep concentration. They are anticipating what is going to happen next. And we are coming close to 10 seconds to count down, Simon. The action is about to begin.
It is, and this is it's a tense match because I do feel a bit sorry for Dominguez losing that exciting Armageddon game.
The game has begun.
And remember, the loser now will be
back, Sagar. That's your favorite.
English opening, yes, on the board. C4 has been played, and opponent has gone E6. Let's have this board here so we can also analyze a bit when the games are going on.
And guys, do watch Sagar's English opening videos.
Yeah, but now Amruta, it's converted into a Queen's Gambit declined with CD, ED. And by the way, the player with the black pieces is the very famous and solid GM Dominguez, and white is Ray Robson.
Oh, I just completely forgot for a moment that the players are new.
Bishop f4. Yeah, the
Nice.
last match already ended. Sam Shankland has moved up while Eric Hansen has been eliminated after bishop f4. Bishop d6 has been played. I didn't like very much the move knight f3, Amruta, because here the main move is bishop g5.
Okay.
But after knight f3, c6, bishop f4, bishop d6, I think black already has a very comfortable position. He goes e3 and you put your bishop here so that you have control of this diagonal. But instead of playing bishop d3 and exchanging it, he goes knight h4, which is an ambitious way to play for sure. Because once you move your bishop back, I'm ready to come here and take this diagonal. If you go here, I'll take your bishop.
Yeah, so I really like it for white.
Hmm.
I mean, this knight h4 move makes it interesting. He's gone bishop g4. You don't want to go bishop e2 for sure, right?
Yeah, he's just
Okay,
still
he's
thinking.
Sorry, I think we are advanced on timelines. It's like we have a time machine.
So can you come a little bit here so that you're not outside the frame? Bishop g4 played, and I think now Ray Robson
Queen
is
c2.
he goes queen b3 and he attacks the pawn on b7.
The
How do you
poison
defend
pawn,
it?
yeah?
He goes queen e7, which is a very nice square for the queen, defending b7 on the half open file.
And putting an eye on the h4 knight.
Oh, that's well spotted, because this knight can move and h4 could be hanging. h3 played, attacking your bishop. And the bishop comes back to e6. And now bishop to d3 played. So white having a nice development now. You can see that the bishop, although very happily developed on f5, has been pushed back.
Yeah, it's been job hopping for sure right now.
But now the problem is you can't develop your knight here. That's why he played knight e4, Amrita.
Okay, h4 is attacked.
Yeah.
Maybe you can just go back knight f3. And I think at some point he might be okay to play knight d7 and give up the b7 pawn after short castle.
Oh, that might be a bit too much.
Bit too much?
Knight f3, he came back, and now he's put his knight back to d6.
Ah, he defends the b7 pawn. Now intending this knight to d7 and f6. That's a nice maneuver.
Yeah, Dominguez is very good with such things. You know, he's very experienced, very solid GM. He brings his knight out. But I feel like black's pieces are a bit misplaced here. White should be slightly better. So he's thinking for his move. Here, will he play queen c2? Ray Robson down to 1 minute, Amrita. 1 minute, 4 seconds. The game heats up very quickly.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Do you think this is going to be a strategy oriented game, or will it convert into craziness?
G6. By the way, Mukul Maghani is putting all these poems in the chat.
With its mediating skills are always on display. He keeps the barrier in check. Okay.
He's using ChatGPT.
Samajh dark comedy brings a laugh or two. His jokes and humor always seem brand new. Okay. Yeah, maybe he's making Sagar Shah's commentary is always on point.
Yeah.
His insights and his analysis never disappoint. With a calm demeanor and just.
Okay, Amrita, don't read ChatGPT.
Yes. Okay.
Night.
Sorry. It was a new for
Oh,
me.
by the way, Ray Robson finds time to drink water in 40 seconds left only. His heart rate is 129.
That's the highest we've seen today. In a way, that is highest, no? 129 is too much.
I have seen in this tournament, I think things going to 150 above also.
Oh, and Sagar, we have all 4 knights kind game.
Yes.
Like Samay would have loved only the, knights.
But now, now the thing is, you can go knight d6 or you can play knight b6 to c4, right?
With the idea of b5 later. Got it. What did he play? Knight d6.
Jeff24/7 says, can you please tell me the standings? Jeff, for now, in the winners group are Wesley So. I think Knight d6, a4 played.
He wants to
Andrew
go
Tang.
e5 or b5. Oh, he wants to go b5. What is the...
He goes knight b6.
Yeah, we need to focus right now, Sagar.
No, Amruta,
Game.
c4. Knight is coming to c4. He puts his knight on e5. f6.
Oh, whether knight g6 can be played? No.
Not really. Queen is on e7. So knight c4. I love how Dominguez is playing very calmly. Knight to c4. He has 54 seconds.
For whom are you really thinking the position is
Black.
good?
I like black's position for the time being.
Ah. I never thought black was better. But
You know,
interesting.
Amruta, in such positions, a very good plan, by the way, is king g7, h5, g5, g4, you know, like sort of launching an attack.
Oh, that's pretty new.
Look at
for
Ray
me.
Robson's time, 12 seconds. He goes rook e2, rook e7. And I like how Dominguez is playing so quickly.
Yeah, with 5 seconds.
He goes g5. He
it's
goes
going
g5.
to be hard.
Yeah, but Ray Robson is also.
Is he going to follow the plan which you just mentioned?
It's
H5 and G4?
yeah, it's well known. It's well known, Amrita. Queen c2. Don't trade queens. Don't trade queens. Because endgames are more. Oh, he played queen king g7. It's okay to trade queens.
Yeah, white doesn't have the E4 break. I think that is where all the problem lies.
Yeah, also, but he doesn't have b5 break. Like the knight on d6 is beautiful.
Yeah,
Stopping e4, stopping b5.
so true.
34 seconds for Dominguez.
Now H file is opened. He might double on H file or no, he cannot leave the control of E4. That is another thing. How is black going to
Goes
progress?
f5. Good move. Take.
But is it enough progress?
Knight f5. e3 is hanging.
King F2 forced.
Oh, he goes knight d3. That's a blunder. Knight d4. Oh, he misses it. His idea was if you had taken on e3, he wanted to go knight e5. But he misses this simple move. And now Dominguez is totally winning. He's won 3 pawns back to back. And you can see Ray Robson is so unhappy.
Yeah, he just didn't want to make such a blunder.
Such a big mistake, Amruta. And this happens when you have just few seconds left. g4. The g pawn is coming up. Rook e1 check. Take. King g2.
G1 mate.
Oh, mate. Wow.
Nice.
What a game by Dominguez. He showed his class here.
I think Robson was playing under a lot of time pressure for a long time.
Yeah.
So such a blunder would then be not very new. But yeah, he kind of expressed during the game.
Yes. Shall we go back to our commentators
Yes,
in
please.
Berlin? Back to Simon. And you.
Action there.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it started, as you say, nice sort of manoeuvring around. And then right at the end there, the problem was that Ray's clock got so short time, you can't calculate the tactics as well. You can't see as much, you know, when you're being prodded like that and you're being prodded so much. But a very smooth performance by Leinier there. I mean,
Yeah,
brilliant
and-
performance.
And with the black pieces there, and here we can see when Leinier started making those aggressive intentions, pushing his g-pawn up the board, getting ready to attack the white king, and whoosh, the panic in both these players as they tick down to their seconds.
Yeah, and you know, it was a positional maneuvering game. This was another key point here, and this is maybe the main key point. Look at that black knight. The black knight puts pressure. Ray had to move with 1 second on his clock, and there goes the first pawn. If you take that knight, you lose your rook. And then goes a second pawn, 2 pawns down, and look at this, there goes a third pawn. I mean, 3 pawns in 3 moves. That is far too many. I can just about count to 3. Any more pawns drop, I start struggling.
And the players don't have so much time to recover from that adrenaline-packed endgame. And there we can see a repeat of that critical moment. I haven't actually seen it before, like 3 pawns
Just dropping off.
like flies in
Yeah.
3 moves. Oh, you see the despair in Ray's body language.
And we rarely at this level actually see checkmate on the board. What normally happens is that one side loses on time or one side gives up because they can see the future. And this is a very nice checkmate. Look at that rook coming down, the other rook coming down. And this is, I think, our first checkmate. There it was on the board. Only 52 seconds until the next game, Ivanka. Can Ray bounce back?
Well, he will have the black pieces, so it's a big ask. But and he's playing against an elite player. Leinier Dominguez is known to be so solid. I'm not so sure. I mean, I'm going to say no.
Yeah, it's a real uphill challenge. Having black is to win with the black pieces is very tough, and in some ways it helps having black in the first game, because if you do manage to win, as Dominguez did, you only need to draw with white, and that means when you control the game, you can sort of head it towards the draw much more easier when you need to. 10, 15, well, about 10 seconds left until they kick off now. It'll be very interesting to see if Ray can, put some pressure on Dominguez. Can we have an Armageddon today? I don't know. It's possible. They're off.
Handshake. And
let's go.
we have our first move, and Leinier actually going back to his king's pawn.
Says this camera angle is great for following the board and practicing notation. Arey, kya baat hai?
Let's just put this.
Oh, do we have Sicilian again?
Yes. We have the Sicilian again.
Sicilian, is my passion, Sagar.
Really?
Yes.
I thought it was me.
Which after you, or maybe 2 passions. But okay, let's go quickly. What's happening? Is it Open Sicilian? That's the best part of these tournaments, which we do not get to see at extreme top level tournaments. The Open Sicilians. I really miss them.
Yeah. So let's just see e4, c5, knight f3, d6, d4, cd4, knight d4, knight f6, knight c3, a6.
Knight off.
Yeah, knight off.
Bishop e3.
e3.
English.
Knight g4, and
Are they drawing?
Dominguez is okay with a draw.
I love drawing.
But not Robson has to win, right, Amrita? Because so that's the reason why he goes this.
Okay, a3.
A3, b5, g4,
Whoa.
bishop b7. And we are seeing some very nice.
Can we call it Keras attack? No.
e5 has been played.
Of course not. e5. Did he go knight f5? Yeah, he did. This is interesting.
But
I'm loving
Dominguez,
the opening.
actually Dominguez is one of the strongest players, in this event. So he lost yesterday to Andrew Tang.
Okay, but today I think he's in a great form.
Yeah.
Also, the openings are very helpful.
Yeah.
Plus, I think time-wise he is really managing well. Now knight g3, and you see there is a hook on g6.
So he'll go h4,
h4, h5 is going to be an obvious plan. Or he might go queen d2 later and f4. That's another plan. If his development is great.
Yeah. But now Ray Robson again thinking a lot. He must speed up. He cannot play so slow. g5. And Dominguez, actually, one of the signs of a good player is that he generally learns from his previous errors. So here he has moved so fast. Like yesterday he was a bit slow.
Yeah.
Ray Robson thinking he has 1 minute 31 seconds.
And Sagar is always showing the suspense.
Knight d7, no. Now.
Knight d7 event. After knight g4, once the bishop was moved, the knight would have
I
got
think
trapped.
you should go h4 now, right? Just put the pawn on h4. That seems like a logical move.
Should you even care? Do you want to go queen d2?
But then he will play h4, h3.
Ah, yeah, you need to stop.
Maybe
Your opponent's side, yeah.
You don't need to stop it. Dominguez has 2 minutes 4 seconds. He goes h4. Nice. And Ray Robson puts his knight on c5. But Amrita, now a very good idea can be to take here, and this is just very strong position for white with the knight jumping in. but he doesn't go for it. He plays f4, which is also possible.
But his king is in the center, so f4 actually might be a little too early.
No, that's fine because his king is safe. Look at these.
No, but he
Look
doesn't
at
get
these
the advantage
pieces.
of.
Look at these pieces. Beautiful. Queen d2, long castle coming up. He went knight e6. Oh, by the way, he should have played bishop d4, not bishop f4. He goes bishop f4, knight e6, good move. And the point is now if you go bishop e3, then bishop g7, and all of a sudden it's black who has great pieces. So he goes queen d7. Now the knight comes out to d7. Ray Robson would be very happy if he can take here. If white takes on d6, he's completely fine. What happened? He long castles. Puts his bishop on e5. That was not needed actually. He could have just simply castled, but he goes bishop e5. And now Amruta, of course, Dominguez must sacrifice his knight on f5.
Oh,
He
not
must
easy.
do it. No, but this is the
With
best.
53 seconds. No, he goes to 92.
Oh, not yet, not yet. He's still thinking.
Okay.
But Amruta, the thing is, if he plays knight f5, if he was in a must win, he would have played. But now a draw is okay for him. So he goes knight e2. It's all psychology. b3. Castles. And now I like black's position once again. Looks very good. Knight d5, good move by white. Ray Robson. Generally, in this championship, Amruta, players are making a comeback. Yeah, like if they lose, it's not like they are just out. Like second game they are striking back.
Acha.
Let's see if
That's the pattern. There is nothing more satisfying than fighting back.
Yeah. Chess for Fun says it was great seeing you guys in CMPL. Today I am playing in it and I've qualified for round of 16. Wonderful.
Awesome. Nice.
He went knight c6. I mean, white. Look at Dominguez's understanding is amazing. Yeah, these are small weaknesses, but he's put his knight here. It's so difficult to attack him.
Yeah, with knight on c6 is too strong and you don't often get to reach the c6 square.
Yeah, rook h e1.
What is black having if he wants to really improve the position? He needs to break somehow, no? He needs his queen on dark square.
Nice move,
that's
bishop
not
d4.
happening.
What a move. Bishop d4. Just getting rid of this bishop.
Yeah, that was the only active piece in a way. He's so right.
Rook e8. Maar diya jaye. On g7.
G7. Right.
Takes. King takes. Check.
Yeah. For sure.
King h7. King b2.
Now the next strategy. What's your plan? f7 is one weakness. h5 is one weakness.
Yeah.
Which one will you go for? Rook e3. Oh, he's going rook c3. That will be interesting.
So a4, rook d1 takes, take, bishop c6, pawn takes, and knight e5. He puts his bishop on d5, f6. Ray Robson playing very quickly. But now, Amrita, this is just lost position. Rook e2, very safe move.
Clearly the c6 pawn is a monster.
Yeah, absolutely right. Absolutely right. Rook c2.
The queen on c7. Queen is the worst blockade.
Ray Robson needs a miracle to win this.
Oops. It seems some miracle for a draw maybe.
Oh, he takes a pawn.
But then queen g5. Oh. Oh, that's a nice move. Maybe he has queen e5 and then rook f7.
He plays
Is it
here.
going to work?
Rook g4. Queen c3. H4.
4 seconds each. Oh, 1 second for
B4.
Dominguez.
Oh, Dominguez play.
Gaya. Flag down. Oh my god.
He loses on
Oh my
time.
god. You actually were right. Ray Robson striked back.
Yeah. And now
You
we have Armageddon.
you
And
said
Amrita,
about a
Armageddon.
miracle.
Yesterday I saw Armageddon. All pieces were falling down in the end. Let's see what happens today. Let's go back to our commentators in Berlin, Simon Williams and Jovanka, and see what they have to say.
So we've got to get one a day, haven't we?
We absolutely do.
The motorhead of chess. I love that quote. And you can see some of the highlights here. This is when the things started to get a bit better for black because his rook now moves up. And you can see that rook, it swings all the way down to the bottom board quite shortly. And Dominguez, just in his way he's moving the pieces, is a little bit more nervous there. There's a little bit more hesitation. You've got to play with confidence, bang those moves out. Look at that rook. There we go, the big rook swing down to the bottom. And there was this beautiful move in a minute, wasn't there, Jovanka? I think it was coming up. Well, again, look at that, just too nervous. Beautiful move, that one.
Yeah, such a tricky move. And you can see that Leinier did not see that move at all. But, wow, it's exciting, isn't it? And this is the name of the game, Armageddon. It's what we want.
It's what we want. We always want a bit of Armageddon. So it's 1-1. Just to clarify what we mean by that, there is now a deciding game, just the one game. And it will be over with this game. But before we get to that moment, let's have a look actually how the game finished. And we see, we'll just keep an eye on the clock. I mean, Dominguez, there you go. He got flagged.
He can't make up his mind. He's just panicking. Everything is going to drop. And there we see it. Ray scoring the equalizer, and the players are getting ready. 50 seconds until the beginning of play. Now, just to remind everyone of the rules of Armageddon, White will have 5 minutes on the clock, but needs to win. Black will start with 4 minutes, but gets draw odds. The players will not get any time added per move. So you might see a free-for-all, you might see like the mosh pit of chess. I love that quote. It's going to be a scramble towards the end. The clock is one of the most important factors here.
I mean, with this lovely Armageddon sign, I kind of expect Bruce Willis to jump out of it from the film there. You know, it's very, very beautiful. Here come the lights. 12 seconds to go, 10 seconds, 9 seconds, and you know, it's got to be really a bit psychologically hard for Leinier because he was doing very well in that game. A bit like yesterday, and he's lost. I don't know, bouncing back's going to be hard. I'd even say
back,
that Andrew's the favourite.
now
Andrew
we
has
are
to win.
into the
Let's remember, White
Armageddon.
has to win.
Let's go. Amrita, who do you think? Who's your favorite?
Oh, I mean, it's very hard to choose, but Ray Robson strike back, and that is something I'm always fascinated with.
Yeah, but
when a
look at the
person fights
opening
back.
that they have played. In a must-win game, Ray Robson has played one of the most safe openings that you can play. He's played Rook E1 in the Berlin. Now that's
But he has 5 minutes. That's the reason.
But no,
No,
I mean,
ulta hona chahiye na. Actually, he should be the one trying to complicate matters.
yes.
It is very interesting to see what would be the reason. Maybe he's better prepared. Maybe he has some novelty, Sagar.
Maybe.
What do you think? Who is gonna win this game?
Puts his knight on c3. I think Dominguez should be able to hold, especially after seeing the opening.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling that Dominguez's chances are better.
Okay.
Knight d5.
And what do you have to say about this opening?
No, I find it to be very drawish. But still, I mean, c6 played, and you can go knight e7 check. You must take that chance.
Then I'm definitely assuming that Robson would have some prep over here to go for something like this.
Hello, Travel with Nikhil Roshan. Good to see you. Good to see you after a long time.
Hi chat wale dosto, please hit that like button and help us reach more audience. Very sweet.
Yeah, I mean this 97 check, and he has to play king f8, I believe.
King. Why not king h8?
Mm,
Just looks too far.
yeah, king f8 looks good. And now, Amruta, the main thing is, look at this beautiful move. Queen f6 by Dominguez. Because if you would have taken here,
Yeah.
then you are already in trouble after queen b4 check, hitting here and here. And if you play c5,
Queen b7.
then take here, and you have lost a pawn.
Nice.
So
That queen from even came like from nowhere.
yeah.
So queen f6, nice move. Bishop g3, and he took on c8.
Yeah, now he took. And d6 has been played. And his point is, if you take here, maybe rook c7. Wow.
But then queen b8.
Queen b8.
Yeah. c3.
Yeah, this looks good for white.
I mean, this is playable. Yeah, it's another game basically. What did he go for?
Yeah, he did it. Yeah, takes.
Yeah, because it's the best
Rook
way
c7.
to complicate the matters.
The engine thinks it's equal, but I think it's a free pawn. I mean, for humans, it seems.
Yeah, also the black king on f8 looks a little bit, uncomfortable.
Yeah. Blazing Torch said, why not knight c7? But Blazing Torch, if you play knight c7, here he will take with the knight, queen takes, and now he won't take this. He will play queen f8. That's why. So queen b7 here, rook b8, and he played. Oh, bishop takes b2. But now
But
you
rook
have
e1?
bishop d6 check, because you can't take with the knight. It's pinned. If you take with the queen, I can take back your bishop.
Oh, you're winning a pawn with bishop d6 actually.
But white was already a pawn down, so.
It's becoming equal. By the way, look at the time. Ray is now below 2 minutes, which means he needs to win also with less time.
Oh my god.
Did you observe?
But he definitely has an extra pawn. He takes on d6. No, not extra pawn. He gets back his pawn. Yeah, but this looks good for Dominguez, no?
Clearly, just not clearly. Still, I mean, the king is on f8. The knight is passive, so until a while he still has to defend well.
Yeah.
Rook e7. But now not g6. What's the plan with that king on f8, Sagar? How do you make it comfortable?
King g8 maybe, and then h6, or
No, h6
king
means
g8 g6.
But then the queen is on b2.
He goes knight f6.
And then rook e8.
Rook e8.
In case like if he needs to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just didn't have to care for the king, actually.
But Amruta, these pawns are slightly weak. My bishop on d3 would be stronger.
Hey, but now knight g4 and all of those things are also happening.
What did he play?
He played queen c3.
c3.
Knight e4, exactly. Now f2, h2, d2, like that knight can suddenly become powerful. Oh, are there anyway? Oh, knight d2 is a big threat, no, now? Because if rook d1.
Oh, he played queen f3, Amruta. Now, as you said, knight d2. No,
Okay,
knight d2,
knight d2.
the idea is queen d3. And if you take here, I'll first give a check.
And if
And
rook
then
e8?
rook e8, I'll take, bishop takes,
Oh,
and then I claim
the
I have a
knight is
small
on
edge.
d2. Yeah, kind of stuck. Very nice trap.
Not a trap, I mean, it's an equal position. g6 played. Rook d1, queen e5.
Yeah.
a3.
a3?
King g7 up. Knight to c3, queen takes c5, rook e5. No, Amrita, this
Okay.
is going to be a draw. He's going to go
Rook
rook a5.
e5.
Yeah, and Dominguez is very strong in such positions. But Amrita, look
Hmm.
at Dominguez's time. He has 1 minute.
And look at Ray Robson's heart rate,
38.
157.
My God.
157. He really
But he can't
wanted
play
to.
so slow.
But his heart rate is not going to let him play too fast anyway.
What? No, in fact, he will play faster. No. Oh, look at his rook. It slid. Rook c3. Rook a6. Takes. Must win now. 40 seconds, 30 seconds. Now this is going to get crazy, Amrita, very soon.
Yeah.
They
Do you
will.
think? I don't think so here. It's a simple position.
Arey, Amrita, there's no increment. That's why.
Oh,
Suddenly pieces will start to
yeah.
fly.
But then Ray is in trouble.
Oh, they exchange. Now rook. Oh my God. Raise.
King pawn endgame. What if it goes in king pawn endgame, which could? Oh, okay, it's already started getting. a little
Yeah.
crazy.
But Dominguez has learned yesterday.
Yeah.
So he's not going to.
Yeah, but rook e3, then rook e7. Look, he was going to blunder already.
I think Ray Robson can agree to a draw, no?
Yeah, rook e5, rook e7. Dominguez. That's the easiest. Yeah. Oh, okay. No, it's gonna be a draw. Arey, that pawn is on g4.
7 seconds. Dominguez has kept his time.
Yeah. Check. क्यों है? उसको लगा उधर check है.
What? Dominguez speed is crazy, yeah?
But किधर भी look at the king and everything. Oh, he won. He
No,
won.
Yeah, Dominguez won.
Oh my
But
God.
okay, I mean-
I mean, of course, it was still.
Ray was trying.
Yeah.
160 beats per minute, says Shritis. Let's go back
To the commentator.
to the commentators and hear what they have to say about this. It was a very, very exciting match.
All the time, we still do, and it adds to the drama of the game. Of course, it might not be as smooth as other games, but it's exciting.
It's not elegant, let's put it that, but it's brutal. It makes chess a gladiator sport, and to be honest, I'm down for that. And wow, what an Armageddon game.
That was a brilliant finish to the game, and well, at least Dominguez gets a little bit of revenge for yesterday when he had that horrible finish. And we'll have a look at a couple of the highlights from the game now, and you can see here, I mean, the thing is they really move so slowly at the start. I wonder if these guys should move a bit quicker earlier on. And that black knight now, it dives in to attack the rook, and we had that exchange of queens. And this was very good for black, because black gets a little bit nearer to the draw he needed. And he just was able to stay up on the clock, wasn't he, Ivanka, in that one? So, yeah.
It was good clock management. And here we see the time scramble. You know, this is just a dead draw. Let's be honest about that. The players are now just purely playing on the clock. And we can see the panic, actually, in Dominguez's moves. You know, you can see the way that he's not quite sure about himself, and you don't know whether they're going to make it in time. And there we have rook against rook. So.
You just see the rooks going flying here, and I remember myself when I was playing these blitz games with my friends. It's always so exciting, and of course there's a lot of money at stake, but you know, it's just hard to see where the pieces are and what's going on. And at the end, I think that was a fair result, with the loss of time to the player in a clearly drawn position. So yeah, so it was all good there. So we're now going to have an interview with the loser to start with.
Incredibly close match against Ray. Commiserations. Unfortunately, you just lost the match against Leinier, which means that you're out, but it was so close. You struck back in the second game, and then it went to Armageddon. Tell us just your first feelings after this match.
Pretty disappointed. I mean, I was really surprised that I was able to win the second game. I think I got a bit lucky there at the end. But yeah, in the Armageddon, I just feel I got a little bit confused in the opening, and then even still, I think I had some chances. It was equal or maybe a little bit better for me, but I was a bit slow, and yeah, I just didn't okay, I got to a time scramble, but he was always ahead a few seconds, so I guess he deserved to win the match.
Had you seen yesterday's Armageddon time scramble, and was that sort of on your mind while you were playing your game?
Yeah, I did see that. That was quite exciting. I did think I would probably have some advantage if it was just some random scramble, but I guess with us both just having rooks and moving back and forth, I don't think I really gained any time at all. And yeah, I would have felt a little bit strange if I made like 100 rook moves and just flagged him. So yeah, I don't know.
And just tell me, what did you make of the format? How did you enjoy playing here in Berlin?
Even though I've lost, it was still fun. I wish I could have gotten to play a little bit more. I feel like I didn't quite reach my peak level yet, but hopefully there will be a next time for me. I'd love to play in the future.
Well, we loved having you, Ray. Thank you so much. And for now, back to the studio with Jovanka and Simon.
So, I don't really know what to say. You're kind of getting used to these finishes. You're an expert with no time on the clock.
Yeah, I mean, I lost the second game just to make it a bit more exciting and get to Armageddon, which is my favorite part so far. So yeah, but yeah, I hope I did a little bit better than yesterday.
Yeah, you did brilliantly there. I mean, yesterday was totally crazy.
Yeah.
We were feeling for you today. So I'm not supposed to be biased, but I'm quite happy you didn't lose that one. And you can see here.
And you can see here.
Actually, what was happening. This is our view, and we can just about see the clock times.
Yeah, I was trying not to blunder my rook in time trouble because I was afraid I would put the rook.
Yeah.
But yeah, luckily I had always like I think 6-7 second advantage. And
What was going through your mind? I mean, was your heartbeat just racing? Was it just?
It's of course. I think it's a bit better if you add like the increment for the Armageddon or move 60 or so, because you still get the excitement and the play fast and all that. But then you you have some. Something to keep people sane at the end of the game, and not to have this just purely playing on time, king and rook versus king and rook. But
we're just trying to mess with you. This is what
I know,
we're trying to do. We're trying to make it really like make you guys go insane basically. But
yeah,
I mean it's very exciting anyway.
That's for sure. Yeah.
And looking ahead to the bracket, and you'll be playing the loser between Wesley So and Renato Terry. Do you have any preferences?
I mean, I guess it would be better to play Renato.
Yes.
And I never played him. I know he's a very good blitz player. But yeah, it's difficult to predict any result here because obviously it's not only blitz but also very short matches, so I think anything basically can happen, and I wouldn't be surprised if Renato wins this match. So I'll wait for the loser, I guess.
And do you have any strategies? Because this is a very unusual tournament with a revolutionary new format. Have you come prepared with any mindful techniques, any certain openings?
No, I think, at least I tried to just try to get myself in shape before the tournament. I was basically playing a lot of blitz, and I think that's the only thing that matters. I mean, you have to be quick, you have to be calculating decently well and fast, and if you do that, then you have a chance.
I think we were very impressed yesterday with the way you handled the chaos, because I think a lot of people might have tipped the table over or something, or gone a bit crazy. So that was very gentlemanlike.
Well, yeah, I mean, it got a bit more dirty than one would like, but it's a trade-off. I mean, you get this system. It's very exciting, but when you play without increment, from time to time you're going to have that kind of situation. Yeah, but I hope.
Can we call you the gentleman grandmaster now? Is that an okay
after yesterday, I'm not sure, but I was trying to make moves on the board, but yeah, it was hard.
It was hard. Yeah. Great stuff, and thank you so much. I mean, it was very, very exciting as always, and we're going to have more excitement coming up. Obviously, tomorrow, maybe more Armageddons with a gentleman grandmaster. I wouldn't be surprised. Thank you very much.
Thank you
for that. The official partner of the Armageddon Championship Series is IT.com, a domain registry like no other. It provides a platform for anyone to create innovative domains and effectively showcase their ideas. So go and check out IT.com and have a look if you want to start your domain. So yeah, good thing. And well, what a day today, Jovanka. We got Armageddon again. And with, of course, the gentleman grandmaster again. So are you happy he won that one?
Yeah, I'm very happy he won that one. And, you know, he did play great chess. He came to the match incredibly well prepared. It does feel that overall he was the fairer winner. And looking ahead to tomorrow's matchups, we see Wesley So is going to be paired against the dangerous, never to be underestimated Renato Terry, whereas Jose Martinez will be playing against Bullet King Andrew Tang. He is the god of speed.
Well, what a great day, and thank you for joining us. It's been brilliant. I mean, I don't know if I'd be pushing tables over after losing, maybe. I don't think Jovanka would be, but we'd both like to say goodbye and thank you for watching until tomorrow. Bye.